Race number 4 on the all-weather at Sha Tin starts the jackpot of $1.8 million into the triple trio. It's a Class 4. It's over the 1,200 metres, and they line up this way. Joyful Moments is back in Class 4 for the first time since 2015. Strathclyde, big effort 2 starts ago when 3 wide. The Trip Viva Council comes up with the inside gate and a weight claim for Victor Wong. The 7XL Delight's never been worse than 4th on the dirt and has drawn well. Blade Racer resuming in this on the back of a couple of trials at Chungfa, and Sky Treasure number 11. Derek Long, good record, 3 wins from 11 rides on him. Blade Racer is the horse, the 10 that's been up at Chungfa.
Number of pace options in this race here, 1,200 metres. Viva Council can go forward, that's what he likes to do. He was handy when winning on the all-weather a couple of runs ago. Another horse that raced forward and his only run was Solar Victory, but they have taken the blinkers off, and Blade Race has been off the scene for some time, but did go forward when winning on the surface course and distance. Joyful Moment, Sky Treasure, Excel tonight. Good old Goldie Flanker, he'll be back and running on at the end.
Here he is too, Goldie Flanker, closest to us. We know he's got a really good turn of foot, this horse, when he can put it all together. And he goes nice in his track work. He's just running away from his partner there as well. So he's definitely a chance on his day. Now, Excel Delight, we're just picking up the end of his piece of work here. You can see him going around the bend there. But look, his work's been good leading into this as well. Joe Marrera's mount. And down the back here, Blade Racer. We haven't seen him for a while, so I thought we'll show him. He looks keen, looks ready to go. He has won on this surface before, has Blade Racer. It was a big price when he led all the way, and he moves nicely down the back.
Grant Van Niekerk with the ride for Danny Schum on Blade Racer. Here's Viva Council up against opponents tomorrow night, Strathclyde and Excel Delights.
Yeah, look, he can, if he gets to the lead, and which he's likely to do from barrier number 1, he can really fight a bit, this horse. He didn't actually lead on this race, but you can see he put his head down, he fought on, and he did beat Strathclyde and XL Delight. It's whether he can put 2 together. I mean, he's a 5-time winner from his 46 starts, but sometimes he can be a bit inconsistent as he gets on in age.
They had supported him that night too. He came into 7.8, so there was a fair bit of money for him. He was well beaten behind Genoa Park last time out, but this is his sort of go.
About 3 weeks after that race, they returned to the dirt. Plenty of them. XL Delight in the yellow. We've got Goldie Flanker at the back in the blue and white. Sky Treasure, he's in the red and black. Strathclyde is wide, and Supreme Patrol in the green colours, hard ridden in the middle.
Yeah, he's hard to leave out. Excel Delight on his recent form, a win 3 runs ago, 4th, and then backed it up with this second behind Touch of Luck. He's run down over the final stages. Keep an eye on Goldie Flanker. He lost his action right about there and still managed to pick himself up and run on. He just might have struck himself, but he's a horse that gets back, Paul, and really runs on strongly. He's on 54. That's what he's won off in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got both of them, and I think XL Delight's more consistent, so I've got him on top of Goldie Flanker, but he can win, and he's got that good turn of foot.
Our last replay, or second last replay, is Blade Racer, who is a winner. This is 2 starts ago. He's been onto the turf since then. This win on the all-weather over the 1,200 metres. Yeah,
he's going back a while now. This is going back to September when he did win. He hasn't been around for a little time. So, look, I'm happy just to watch him in this event. He did win nicely, and he ran away and hid in this race. But I think the conditions are going to be slightly different. It might be a bit wetter out there on Wednesday night, and I'm wanting to just let him go in this.
That win was in Class 5 as well. Trials have just been fair. They've both been up at Chungfa. I'm happy to leave him out.
Solar Victory has had just the 1 start. He was forced into a laugh after that with a suspensory injury, but he has had 2 trials, this on the turf at Sha Tin.
It wasn't a bad trial here as well, back on the 17th of March for a 3rd. That's Handsome Bobo there on his outside, and he wasn't niggled along too much, so he got to the line pretty well. Blinkers off, so interesting to see what the tactics will be, because they went forward first up.
Yeah, barrier number 3, they did finish back, and he's had those leg issues, so I'm going to let him go in this. I'll just watch him, see how he goes.
Quite a few of these runners have been racing against each other, as we've just seen. Paul, what did you narrow down as the top 4?
Well, yeah, you're right there, Mark. So I've gone with the one I think that's most consistent, and that's XL Delight. He's been a very consistent horse when he's racing against his other horses. So you know you're going to get a good run out of him. Goldie Flanker, get back, run on. Strathclyde's a really well-rated horse now. He's 1 of 60. He's now down to 53. I can put Daily Beauty in. He's bred for the surface. He's only had the 3 starts. Should get a nice run from barrier 4. So he's won slightly outside the square. And saying that, he's only a 7-to-1 chance. 7, 2, 3, 6.
Well, the same trio as Paul, but change it up for a fourth. But I think the 7 will be tough to beat. Excel Delight, he's pretty consistent. And Joe Moreira here for John Size. So he's on top. Excel Delight to beat 2 Goldie Flanker. He'll be staying on at the end. Can unleash a really good turn of foot Goldie Flanker. Strathclyde last time out was just half a stride slow, but finished off well enough. And I throw in Viva Council there for a fourth. Peter Ho and Victor Wong off the inside. So 7, 2, 3 and 4.
For the first leg of the triple trio, that race 4, a reminder, the jackpot $1.8 million.